Hi, this is Munson with Munson Music, and we're going to talk about how you can strum through a song called SMS by Miley, Cyrus. And when it starts out with this cool little keyboard riff where you can play second on the G string, open E, third fret on the B, and then open B, and then open G, and then open B. So you're going 2, 0, 3, 0, 0, 0, and you kind of hear these cool little hits on an open A actually through the song too, kind of that open A. But on that intro, it almost kind of feels like you'd be going between an A note and a G note to kind of back up that lick. So randomly, if you're feeling a little adventurous, you could add in the open A on that first, second fret on the G string, and then the third for that whole lick, kind of that O2 and then O3, and then you could go to third fret on the low E string for an open B string, and then the open G, and then the open B. And I'm kind of doing that hybrid picking, so I'm using my pick for my bass, and then kind of using the fingers for the other notes of the lick. And if you wanted to back up that part with chords, actually, I would go with the A minor, although a lot of the A's through the song actually are kind of almost ambiguous, actually. There's a lot of different options for A in the song. But the way you play A minor, first finger goes to the B string on the first fret, second finger on the D string second fret, and the third finger on the G string second fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an A minor chord, and it sounds really, really sad. And from the A minor, we'd be going to a G major chord on that intro, and the way you play G major. First finger goes to A on the second fret, second finger on the low E string on the third fret, and third finger on the high E string on the third fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds a G major chord, and it sounds really, really happy. So you can kind of back up that lick that way with kind of that A minor da-da, G da-da-da, A minor da-da-da, G da-da-da. But a lot of times I like adding something called a strum pattern to kind of support my voice. And one of my favorite strum patterns for a 4/4 like this is down, down, up, up, down, up. So you took the A minor, just tried that a lot. You'd have down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. So we tried that through the intro. You'd have A minor, down, up, down, up, G, down, up, down, up, A minor, down, up, G, down, down, up, A minor, down, down, G, down, 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 up, G, down, down, up, down, up. And then from there, then we go into kind of our first verse. Now, the A major or the A minor actually starts to sound kind of almost wrong through that part. So what you may want to do, actually, a couple other A's you may want to play around with is if you lift off the first finger of the A minor, that's called an A sus2 or an A suspended second. It can be kind of cool while you're on all these A chords too, to kind of play around with different A sounds. Now another A you could play around with is A major, where you do your first finger on the D string second, second finger on the G string second, third finger on the B string second fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an A major. So you may want to kind of gravitate towards the A major. What it really sounds like is almost an A5, where you would play the A string and the D string at the same time and just kind of leave it with that. And there's this cool little rhythm you could kind of match through that verse where you go down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down. You might want to kind of make that short, either doing muting or just kind of killing the notes with your right hand. Can be kind of a cool idea through that too. Or if you're just going to strum along with it, you can do down, down, up, and have the A, down, up, down, up, 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 A, down, up, down. And you'll hear some places through the song where you may want to just kind of do down and kind of kill the string with the right hand. So you may want to listen out for those hits. And then from there, then we go into kind of our full verse form, or what I'm thinking of as a verse form. It's kind of the A major 8 times, or actually 12 times, this particular case. And then we go to an F major chord. And the way you play F major, there's an easy way to play this, but if you know the bar F major, you do your first finger across the entire first fret, second finger on the G string second fret, third finger on the A string third fret, and the pinky on the D string on the third fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an F major chord, and it sounds really, really happy. And a good substitute for that is something called F major 7, the way you play F major 7. First finger goes to the B on the first fret, second finger on the G string second fret, and the third finger on the D string on the third fret. And if you strum the D string to the high E string, that sounds an F major 7. It sounds really, really happy. other possibility is to use something called F5, which is another power chord, where you do your first finger on the low E string on the first fret, third finger on the A string, third fret, and you strum just the E and the A strings, and that sounds an F5. So when you kind of hear that bass move, you may want to just kind of follow that with the F chord on that verse. Or you could strum through it. And then you may want to kind of use the A major through that. A, down, up, down, up, 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 A, down, up, we're still on A, down, up, down, up, A, down, up, down, up, A, down, up, down, up, A, down, up, and that bass changes and we do that. Major kind of for that break. From there we go into our bridge part. And our bridge does the F major 4 times, and then we go to the A minor 4 times. That's kind of how I'm hearing that. So we try our bridge with our strum pattern. We have the F, down, up, down, up, 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 A minor, 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 down, up, down, up. And then from there, then we'd be going back into kind of our verse form. Now, one other thing I think about adding to the song, though, is bass notes. And a lot of times, and you'll hear a lot of this, that A string kind of going through the song. And so you could kind of add that to your strum pattern by doing it as a bass down, up, down with the A major. A with an A bass, down, up, down. Then on the F chord, you'd have the low E string for your bass, and you're doing the bar F. And on the F major 7, you'd have the D string for the bass. Bass, down, up, down. So if you try that next verse with basses, you'd have the A with an A bass, A bass, A with an A bass. Play around with moving around on that A chord, especially if you're covering it out. That could be a cool way to kind of work it, is kind of change those A sounds as you're going through until we hit the F, and then we're back to our A. But if you know other strum patterns too, or just like working downs can be kind of a cool thing, or trying to match that. You might want to kind of experiment with that and kind of try and play or figure out how you want to cover the song. And again, you want to listen out for those hits. Our outro, where we just kind of vamp on that A major, so you want to kind of play around with all the different ways of playing the A that we were talking about. That might be kind of a cool thing, or playing around that power chord. But that's the basics of how you can strum along with SMS by Miley Cyrus. So good luck!